Hey, so in case you didn't know, we're in the middle of a mental health crisis in this country. The most predictable crisis of all time. Here's why.
Thanks for watching Blimey Cow. This episode is sponsored by Audible and made possible by viewers like you.
It was predictable because all of the ingredients were right there. Step 1, you stop giving kids purpose, aside from serving the establishment, of course. There's no sense of duty or responsibility. God is dead, family is toxic, obviously, so just go to school, then go to more school, then sell yourself to a corporation so you can pay off the loans you took out to pay for the school, and don't get married, don't have kids, just work for the man. He's your daddy. That's what really gives your life meaning. Step 2, tell the kids they're fine as they are. No need to improve, no need to grow. You're beautiful. I can't think of a worse message wrapped in something that sounds like it's a good message. I saw this coming a mile away in youth group. If you had told insecure, scared 15-year-old me that I was fine just as I was,
I blow Josh out of the water in everything I do.
that would have felt good. I will admit that to you. And then it would have screwed me up in the head for the rest of my life. 15-year-old me didn't know anything. 15-year-old me needed guidance, and thank God I got it. Teenage years are supposed to be uncomfortable, awkward, acne-ridden hellscapes. You're not supposed to feel good about yourself. You're going from childhood to adulthood and stopping in at prom and IHOP along the way. That's not supposed to be an easy ride, okay?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
They're either at IHOP or Steak and Shake. Just kidding, they're on Discord.
The struggle is the point. You're not fine as you are. Because if everyone acted like this the rest of their lives, everything going on in the world suddenly starts to make, well, a lot more sense. Believe it or not, teenagers have an incredible capacity for change. And that's a good thing. Become a good adult. Don't be one of those man children. You know what I'm talking about. You're more at like 4. God help us. We've got a couple of very potent ingredients for a mental health crisis so far, but we're only halfway there, believe it or not. Step 3, these kids that are walking around pretending they're happy just as they are, you then inject them with non-stop social media algorithm trash that implies to them that, oh, actually, you're not fine as you are. In fact, if you act like us, you might become an influencer. Wow. You know, that word no one says unironically, but everyone secretly aspires to be in the deep, dark crevices of their broken hearts. I'm gonna say something now that shouldn't be controversial, and actually, maybe it's not all that controversial, but you're paying attention now, aren't you? No one should be famous. It's not good for people. Most people can't even be good people when they're not famous. Looking up to people on the internet every once in a while, passively, it could be fine. But what's going on now? This isn't good. Celebrity influencer culture, this is a disease. And the ones getting sick are the kids that don't know any better. Think about it. If you're 13 right now, you've never known anything different. Instagram is just what life has always been for you. Oh. Wow, what a deep thought.
When our generation dies off, it'll be the last generation that remembered a time before the internet.
Everyone just lives on their phones listening to regular people, celebrities, you know, just talking about life, vlogging, a life that is increasingly fading because who's living that real life anymore? Just the people on Instagram faking it. We're all just staring at our phones all day long. God help us. We're almost ready, Zuck. We're almost there. And look, I know we promised not to make any more COVID videos, but it's impossible to talk about the mental health crisis without talking about step 4. Because kids aren't smart. They don't know what's going on. But somewhere in their hormone-riddled bodies, they have this innate sense that something is missing. That the current social media age leaves the heart wanting. Now, more than ever, there is a need for community. And then you shut down the world for 2 years and tell teenagers they're selfish for desiring community, for wanting to show their faces, intimacy, faith, hope. All these things that you can somewhat emulate on a phone screen, but can't experience fully. So you do all of these steps and then pretend like it's all normal. no purpose, arrested development, just social media. Influencers, lockdowns, it's all just fine, we're okay. This is just how things are now. And then you wonder why the kids are completely wrecked. It's your fault! The kids should have been told, this is not normal. The adults all stopped being adults. They're just letting things happen. They're not taking control of their lives, which has been incredibly harmful to you. So, I hate to say it, I really do, but you're gonna have to be better than the last generation, all right? Thankfully, teenagers have an immense capacity for change. You're gonna have to be the ones that take control and say, hey, this isn't good. And thank God, because someone's gotta do something really soon, actually. Someone's gotta do some of the dirty work. Oh, next week, let's try to be proactive and we'll debunk some lies you believe about yourself. What the? You can easily put yourself in a better headspace by listening to an audiobook, maybe self-help or an inspiring biography, or heck, maybe even some inspirational fiction. Take a little break from social media, please, and get lost in a good audiobook for just a few hours. It'll do you some good, trust me. And of course, the best place to do that is with Audible. Audible is the best place to listen for whatever you're interested in. Their collection of classics is unmatched, and with your membership, you also get a lot of them for free. You don't even have to use Audible credits to access them. The Audible Plus library is massive. You can just download and start listening. Plus, each month you get to choose one title to keep from their entire catalog, and that includes new releases as well as the bestsellers like The Hobbit, which Josh has been telling me is he's finally listening to after all these years. Do you like it, Josh?
I'm like halfway through it now.
Wow. There are also Audible originals and podcasts included with your membership too. All your audio entertainment needs in one place. New members can try Audible free for 30 days, which includes a free audiobook. So if that sounds awesome to you, then head over to audible.com/cow or text cow to 500-500. Again, that's audible.com/cow or text cow to 500-500 for a free audiobook and a free 30-day trial. The only hope that I have gotten, Josh, is when I watched the podcast with Mark Zuckerberg and Joe Rogan, and Zuckerberg actually admitted, you know, the metaverse, it's not going to be a real replacement for real life. I'm like, are you just screwing with me? Or
Liar.
do you actually think that? Or are you just trying to slowly progress this into my brain? So I'm like, oh, okay. I got you.